Hello guys!
Hello!
And welcome back! For those of you who don't know us, we are Desiree and Fabio and we are currently converting this sprinter van into a tiny home on wheels.
Yes guys, today's video is really exciting because we're actually gonna start to gain some storage in the van. We're actually gonna show you how we're gonna build these cupboards up here. They're on top of our beds, and one is where you guys are sitting right now, and this one you can see beside me. In actually the previous videos, we actually show you how we install the support for these cupboards. One up here on the ceiling and one here against the wall.
Yes, and today we're going to show you step by step how we build up these cupboards, and the first thing we're going to do is put some plywood on the ceiling and on the back wall. And I would say we just jump into it.
Let's do it. It's actually going to be connected to here. So 38. We're actually gonna start to do this side first, is the right side, and we're gonna start with this one because it's easier. In this part here on the left side we got some cables, and this one especially is the cable for the lights of the car, so we don't want to touch that yet, and we're gonna actually experiment with this side first. We're actually gonna measure the plywood we're gonna use for the back side, so like the long one and the one on the top. And after that, we can actually start to do the structure of the cupboard.
How high do we have to get? Oh, 2 centimeters.
2 centimeters. Good job. Again.
Really good day today, huh?
Yeah.
So we cut our top and our back piece of our overhead storage already to size. You see all the weird and fancy cutouts here. I'm starting to prime them now. After, I'm just going to give them one coat of color, and then we can install them into the car as soon as everything is dried. We're trying to really stain, prime, varnish every piece of wood that goes into the van just to make sure nothing is molding.
So guys, me and Daisy just found a solution to actually attach the plywood that is gonna be here on the ceiling, and if to make it more stable, we actually just gonna do some battens over here. I just dry fitted this one and it looks really good, and now I'm just gonna do some pilot holes, and I'm gonna use some self-tapping screw to put everything in place and strong. So when we're actually gonna put the plywood, it's gonna be super good. I'm gonna show you. We put this one here now, and we also attach it with a screw over here, and we did the same thing on this side here. So now we can actually attach the plywood that is gonna go here. We're gonna attach it actually into the battens here, and it's gonna be stable and nice.
Yes, and if you ask yourself why we didn't do it in a way that this batten up here, doesn't go all the way long until this rib, it is because here are going to be our seats, and the overhead storage needs to stop perfectly here so we can comfortably sit on our seats and not bang our head
against it
all the time.
Yeah.
Good morning guys, we changed our plans a little bit. We couldn't stop thinking about it last night, and now we're just gonna do it now before it's gonna bother us later on too much. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about, and I'm talking about the space that we're gonna have between our two overhead cupboards we think it's gonna be a little bit too tight, and that's why we're gonna make this bed in here and the one on the other side a little bit more to the left and to the right. So we're gonna have a little bit less storage, but a little bit more room in the middle, and we hope that we're not gonna feel too claustrophobic. It's a hard decision because of course we are traveling with 2 people. We want to have a lot of storage. Yeah, and the dog. But we also don't want to feel too tight and too close here in the car. So
just hope that we're actually gonna have enough space for our clothes and stuff, but I think we're gonna have it.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, so what we need to do now is just changing these 2 buttons, and I think that's already it. Like, it's not a big deal now. Later on would be like a huge deal.
Change the buttons, put the rivets here, move these buttons on just on this side here. Of course, cut this plywood here too, and make everything to size.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
That's what we're gonna do now.
You go.
So guys, we changed all the buttons up here, the plywood, reattached everything, so this area is right where we started in this morning, just a little bit shorter. Yeah. And now what we
feels much better.
Yeah.
Feels much better.
Feels much better now.
So we make a little bit less wide.
Yeah. We're gonna have much more space for our heads now.
Yeah.
Let me show you guys. Feels much more spacious now.
Yeah.
And I think the storage in the cupboards is still gonna be enough for the 2 of us.
Yeah, for me for sure. And
Hey. We just started to install the framing of our overhead cupboards.
yes.
It's looking pretty good. We made sure that everything is in a nice 90 degrees angle. We also actually got a nice and fun tool from the hardware store to make sure that these are in a perfect 90 degrees angle.
This one here. Oh, super nice, super useful.
Yeah, well, super cheap.
Yeah, like you can see, like you can just open here. You put the wood, and you put the other wood here, and you just make a 90 degrees angle.
Yeah.
Super handy and
really nice. Worked perfectly here.
Yeah, and it's gonna definitely comes handy as well also when we're gonna do the frame on the bed.
Yes.
And the other frames.
Next step now is going to attach the floor. The bottom.
Like the basement of the bottom of the cupboards. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we're also gonna put some spaces here in the front. That is going to hold our clothes in place and also going to give more support to the
My
structure.
clothes in place.
His clothes. This is his cupboard. Mine is going to be this one.
Your one is going to be the best one because...
Actually, half of this is mine too.
Ah. Hello guys, so it's another day and the sun is shining, so we're gonna try to make the most of it. And in the meantime, Daisy is finished to do the first coat of the paint for the floor of the head storage cupboard. I'm actually gonna make a template for the sides of the head storage cupboard and see how it goes, because I'm not really good with templates because Daisy was always making it. So let's see what I can come up with.
How's it going?
Just gonna wait for Daisy. Better. Let's get a new cardboard. You can't just shake your head, you need to send it to.
So after a couple of adjustments that we needed to do for the first side of our overhead storage, we now finally got the right piece of wood. And we're already working on the second side. It's kind of the same process and we're just repeating it now. And yeah, we're just gonna do that after we cut everything and made sure both sides are fitting perfect. We're gonna paint them, put them on, finish the job.
Perfect.
Yeah, here too. Like,
let's-
super perfect.
Good. Clamp it, leave it.
Super perfect. We built a shelf. Oh no, it's really steady. Look at this.
Yeah, now it's for sure it's really steady. Yeah, let's put it here. Mwah. You should probably actually see it. Look at these guys. Ta-da! Ta-da!
The first cupboard we ever built
Ta-da!
in our entire lives.
So guys, we just finished to fit the sides and we just cut it, and Daisy is just like finished to treat them and paint them, and we're gonna call it for a day, right?
Yes. And guys, make sure to always wear your safety glasses, even when painting.
Bye guys. Hello guys.
Hello.
So let's finish this storage, okay? First of all, admire this guy. This is really nice.
Beautiful and super steady now.
Yeah, super steady. So we're gonna attach the small patterns, the small piece of wood here, and on the other side too, because we want to make it stronger, because now this plywood is not actually attaching anywhere on the back side. We're gonna put the wood over there for that reason.
Yeah.
And after done this one, we actually can attach the sides. Exciting.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then we just need to figure out how we want to build the doors, which we haven't put a single thought on yet.
No, absolutely not. But we'll see. Now we're gonna put the screw here at the bottom. There we go. Gonna just put the screw here so it's fixed, and the floor of that storage cupboard that storage cupboard is not gonna like sink down anymore. So guys, first side is up, and now we're gonna do the second one.
Done?
Dun, 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 dun.
And just like that, our overhead cupboard is finished. I can't believe it was so easy now at the end, and we just had to put a couple of woods together, and now we have an overhead cupboard.
And now we can put my clothes inside.
This was the test object. We now can start to build the second side, which is going to be my closet, and it's going to be even more perfect. which is almost impossible because this turned out really, really nicely. We're gonna build it exactly the same way because it was so easy and working out so good.
Yes.
Of course, the doors are still missing.
The doors are still missing. We need to still figure out what to do with that. Also, the paint is not finished yet.
Yeah.
We're gonna paint and make everything nice, and also like use the wood filler where the screws are and the joints of the battens are.
Yeah.
And but we're gonna do all of this when we're gonna finish all the vans, so we're gonna have like nice and the same uniform colors everywhere.
Yes. So now we can just start to build the second side. So guys, that's it for this week's video. We hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. As you can see, we still don't have any doors on our cupboards because we can't decide what to do with it. And if you have any suggestions, please leave a comment down below.
Yes, guys, and if you want to follow us and just see how we progress in the building, just think about subscribing.
And if you do, we're gonna see you next week. Bye. Kann man nicht kleines hier, ha?
Imagine when we're gonna be, this part is finished, baby.
Oh no, it didn't record.
Ever, ever, ever. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see if you guys can actually stay there without falling down. Stay there. 3 times. They're almost falling down there. Get like a really kind of nice and close. Whoa. Whoa.
Where we gotta be, you know you'll have a good time.